You've won the last 2 Euros, so would you describe yourself as a serial winner?
No, I think a serial winner wins a little bit more. I consider myself as a lucky person to be able to work with such ambitious people, players and staff, and with so much talent. And I hope we can show that again this summer.
How much did it mean winning the 2017 Euros in your home country?
Yeah, that was incredible. It's just, that's what I noticed here in England too. When you grow up as a little girl in the Netherlands, and there's no place for girls to play football, to women to play football. And then overall, I've lived through that whole history. And so many people have worked so hard to get to that stage. And then winning it with the team, which had a massive impact on society and on the women's game. That's just really incredible. Doing that in your own country was really, really special. But I felt similar things here in England. I could see it in the players and the staff and people crying that I thought, yeah, this is what it means. This is what it means. And this is identity of women's football, identity of these women and men who have been working a lot in the women's game to then accomplish that is so special.
What was key to winning the Euros with England?
I think the team and the federation was really ready to win. There was so much hunger to win it. And everyone really, it's not just we wanted to win, no, we really wanted to win. And we wanted to do anything necessary to do so. And that was like, of course, it was quality, because without quality of players, you're not going to win it, because you're not going to win 6 games then. But the offers we wanted to bring, and that togetherness, the bonding of the team was so strong.
Do you feel that with this group now?
Yeah, we're building in that too. I think, of course, we started now, we're now in the stage that we're going almost into the tournaments. We think we're really far with our style of play, about the things we wanted to have done in development of the team and individual players and bringing that all together. I think we're getting really close. You can feel the energy. It's coming closer too, so everyone gets so energetic and excited about the tournament. So yeah, I feel we're in a very good place. I also feel like we have a good mixture in the team with players who have played a couple of some very many tournaments. About 7 players who are coming into this tournament, major tournament for the first time. I think we have a very good balance of that. And I also think we have a balancing quality of players. So we have speed, we have people who are good defenders, but also players that are super strengths, are more in possession and runs in behind or keeping the ball. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
What did winning the Euros do for women's football in this country?
So much. It changed society. It changed the view on the women's game, I think. That was already growing. I think things were set in place. So what I say also, like there have been so many trailblazers that created that situation where we could win and then take next steps, give women's game a boost in schools, but also refereeing. There's so much more female referees, there's so much more coaches now. We still have a long way to go. There's so much more opportunities for girls to play in all areas. And those are huge steps. I think these steps have been taken, but we still have a lot more steps to take.
Like you said, there's been so much change since winning the Euros. Is it then important that you back it up this summer, especially going into the tournament as European champions?
Well, when we go out there, there's only one thing we really want. But you can't always control those things. And what we want to do, of course, show who we are, that we can play football really well, being the best bonded team, the best prepared team, working really hard, and hopefully show some fun too. That comes a lot with winning games. Yeah, it's going to be different Euros again. We have a different team. I'm happy with the team we have. And of course, we go for it to come as far as possible. And hopefully that's till the end. And yeah, that's what we're working on every single day.
So does this feel like a very different England team to the last Euros?
I think there have been changes. There's some similarities, but always when you go into a tournament, there have been changes. That's a national team. There is always dynamics. There's always some transitions. So there's different connections because we have different characters in the team, different qualities in the team. What we're trying to do is bring it all together. Of course, it does feel different because also we're going to Switzerland now. The preparation is different than we had before the World Cup and before the last Euros, because then there was more time in between the end of the season and the start of the tournament. So things are different, but the approach, how we want to play, we adapted, of course, our style of play. We have to improve. You can't stand still, but the approach of how we want to collaborate with the players, with the staff, how we want to train, how, like, in principle we want to play, that hasn't changed that much, just some tweaks. I'm excited about this England squad because I think we have a balance between very experienced players who have play more tournaments, players who are coming in for the first time in a tournament. Of course, they can help each other. I also think we have many different qualities and super strengths in players that we want to bring together. So that means that, you know, when you start, you can also change, and because of different strengths of players. So yeah, I'm happy with the team.
Does this squad show how much the team has evolved since the last Euros?
In personality, of course, it does say something, and that's what we're going to see in the next Euros. I think there's more teams that, of course, 2017, now it's 2025. Of course, there's transition because there's 8 years in between 17 or 22, of course, we're talking about. But if you look at the wider picture, teams are changing because, of course, younger players come in and some players keep going, some players retire, or some players don't get selected anymore. That's how it goes in this environment.
The standard of football in Europe is growing, as we know. How does that test your tactics as a manager?
Yeah, of course it does. It's becoming harder because the level of the game is improving in physicality, but also in team tactics, and the techniques are players are becoming better. So you have to adapt, especially of course you want to, when you're in possession, you want to be unpredictable, and of course you want to harm your opponent and score goals, but also out of possession. Other teams are improving too, and they want to do unpredictable things, and they want to challenge us. And yeah, in the game, they can change their dynamics and their shape and how they want to attack. So we have to be ready for that.
Is there one thing that your previous Euro-winning teams have had that this group also has?
The quality. I think there's still a lot of quality. And I also think we want to work hard. I believe, and that will be we're building the bonding of the team. So we have to be best prepared. And then when that gives clarity, then everyone can also, it's understanding of the role. And you know, roles can change very quickly in the tournament. Then bringing everything together and be the best bonded team, that will make a difference.
To win 3 in a row would make history. Have you allowed yourself to dream that big yet, Sarina?
Well, of course I dream big. And of course, sometimes you look back and we work with so many ambitious people and quality people. And as I said before, to get it to a final is really, really special. So the more often you do, the harder it probably becomes. The chance might be this big, the chance might be this big, the chance might be this big. But no matter how big the chance is, we're going for that. And of course I dream about that. We're working for that every single day. And you don't know the outcome yet, but that's the beauty of sport. You never know what happens.
What's one quality that this team needs in order to win the Euros?
If everything comes together, we're the most bonded team, I think we can come really far.
Okay, one quality? 3 qualities?
Scoring a goal. Scoring goals.
Togetherness.
That's a pretty important quality, isn't it? That we can score.
Any
a goal.
other qualities within the group? Togetherness. You said quality.
Yeah, no. I think we're a team that is really together and that we can bring that to life again in this summer.